We have Mike Goring here today at ADPI Mill Recon 2025. Please, Mike, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Mike Goering. I'm a 12-year Army veteran. Got out of the service about last year, and I had been aching for some commercial real estate to scale up out of my single-family portfolio. And so I live in a small town in Idaho and found an opportunity for a 7-unit. And as we were kind of looking at that, knowing that it was our first deal, we knew there were a lot of mistakes that we might make. And so to kind of mitigate that, and we weren't really sure, but we were told mitigate. And so we're like, let's mitigate some risk. And so through some connections we had made with Tim through ADPI, and we invited him to come on as kind of our mentor for the deal.
Part of that team that you created, you asked me, and I brought on Brandon under Talent REI to help coach and mentor you through that deal. So what are 3 things you appreciated out of that?
Yep. Yeah, so 3 things that I think we took away the most was, first, you guys were in the meetings with us.
Yep.
So big confidence boost. Just because we actually knew a lot of the information, it was just having somebody in the room that was like, yes, you're on a good track, keep going. And then I know specifically with Brandon, my underwriter really underestimated how much his models mattered, right? And so being able to have that second set of eyes on those models gave him a lot of confidence to be like, okay, these are actually good and we're having a good business plan, right? So confidence was kind of the really big one, and then coaching. So when we did get something wrong, or maybe we're about to make a mistake, then usually it was like after the meeting, Tim wouldn't call me out in the meeting, but he'd call me up afterwards and be like, all right, we got to talk about this, right? And then we avoided the mistake instead of pushing forward. So confidence, coaching, and then credibility. So one of the big things we know, it's a seller finance deal, so we didn't have to worry about banks, but one of the things we know is we don't have that operations experience. So for agency debt, we don't have that option if we don't have a mentor with us. And so one of our exit options is to refinance sometime in the next 3 years, kind of looking at the market cycles, and it's a nice exit option. And so if we didn't have Tim with us, we'd kind of have to wait until that moment, and then if we wanted to do that, we'd have to restructure the whole deal rather than having them up front. One, we're getting that continued confidence and coaching throughout, but now we have that credibility that carries us forward to the next thing.
What's the entity that you usually represent yourself with?
I go by Mountain Ground Investing.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
And I represent Talent Capital Enterprises, president and co-founder, and looking forward to doing more business with Mike and with you in the future.